In this video, we are going to see the next chapter, which is angles. In this chapter, you are going to see what is an angle, and also we will see what are angles that we find in our environment and nature. Okay. Also identify the situations and objects where angles are formed in the surrounding environment. Next subtopic that we are going to see is measure and name the different angles. Then identify right angles, acute angles, obtuse angles in the environment, and identify and use skillfully the instruments from a geometrical instrument box. Then trace and draw right angle, acute angle and obtuse angle. So these are the different things that we are going to see in this topic. So in this video we are going to cover the first two subtopic. Okay, that is how we can measure angles, okay, from these objects that we see around, and also what are the different situations and objects where angles are formed in the surrounding. So first let us see some daily activities. Okay, the first example is that suppose you are standing in a line for a march past. You will turn to your right or to your left according to the instructions. Okay, so suppose you are standing like this. Okay, so now when you are standing like this, say for march past, you will be given some instructions to either move to left or right. So this is your actual position. So if you move to your left, then you can see from the actual position till here some angle is formed, or there is some movement or rotation that is happening. Okay, so from the position you have moved to some other position, so there is some rotation or movement that is happening. Another example is that when you open the tap to run water, so the tap is in this form. Okay, so the tap is like this. So to run the water, you move the tap like this, correct? So from this position you have rotated your tap to this position. So from this position, or say this position, depending on how much you need to move the tap to run the water. So from this position you have moved your tap to this position. So you can see there is some rotation or movement happening. Another example that you see is that the knob of the regulator in your houses. So you know these regulators are used to increase the speed or decrease the speed of the fan. So suppose your knob is at 0 position. Okay, so now you are moving this to, say you want the speed to be at 3. So you will move the knob to the position of 3. So you can see there is some rotation happening, correct? So all these rotations that we come across, okay, they have some name. That is nothing but they are called angles. Okay, these rotations or this change in position that we make, what they give rise to is called angles. So what are angles? Let us see in details what are angles. Now let us look at this clock. Okay, now you can see the hands of the clock are positioned in such a way. Okay, so these are the two hands of the clock. Okay, and these are called the arms of the clock. So the time it is shown here is 12:10. Okay, and you can see there is this is a position, and here some angle is made here. Okay, here the rotation of the needle is represented by angle. So if you see this angle which is formed here, it has two arms, correct? Here there is one arm, and here there is one arm, and there is a common point. So these arms which are there, this angle which is formed, it has two arms, correct? This is one arm and this is one arm, and there is a common point from which these arms are there. Let us see some more geometrical figures to understand these angles. So you can see here there are this figure here, there are two arms like this, and there is an angle formed here. What about this figure? There is this angle formed here, or even this is an angle formed. There are two arms and common point. Whenever you have two arms and one common point, you get an angle. Again, there are two arms and one common point, so this is also an angle. What about this? Is this an angle? Yes, there are two arms and one common point, so this is also an angle. This is also an angle. What about this figure here that we see? If you take this, there are two arms here and one common point, so this is your angle, right? What about here? There are two arms and one common point, so this is also an angle. Similarly, there are two arms and one common point, so this is also an angle. What about this figure here? You can see here, if you take this, there are two arms and one common point, so this is angle. This is also an angle, correct? This is also an angle. This is also an angle. This is also an angle. What about this outside here? Again, there are two arms and one common point. This is an angle. This also can be angle. Okay, even this is an angle, which you will learn later in classes how this is your angle. So in a given figure, if you have two arms and one common point, then we can find an angle formed by it. Now some more examples that you can see in nature. If you look at this tree here, you can see this is an angle. What is the reason? There are two arms and one common point here. Similarly, here there are two arms, one common point. Here, all these are angles which are formed. What about this book here? If you see here, you can see that there are two arms here and one common point. So, this is also an angle that you can see here. What about this figure here? You can see here there is angle formed, correct? What about here? If you see here, this is an angle which is formed, correct? What about this figure here? You can see here there is an angle formed, here there is an angle formed. All these are angles which are formed. What about this scissors here? If you see here, there is a shape like this and a common point, so this is an angle formed, correct? So these are all the angles that we come across in our nature. Now let us see how an angle is represented. Okay, before we go to it, I told you an angle has two arms which are called rays and one common end point. Okay, so this is a definition of the angle. Now let us see how an angle is represented. Now here we have a figure, okay, and you can see in this figure there are two arms and one common point. Okay, now these two arms which are there, they have an arrow like this. Okay, this means what? This arm will have a point here and this arrow says that it extends, it goes on like this straight, in forever it goes. Okay, and this is end point. This figure is called a ray. Similarly, here there is one point and there is an arrow here, means it extends like this. So this is also a ray. So what is an angle here? An angle has two arms called the sides of the angle. So these are called sides of the angle, and these are the rays. How are they denoted by? They are denoted by capital letter OA and OB with a sign like this. Okay, so there is an arrow mark on top of this. So this is the arm OA or ray OA, and this is the ray OB. Now this common point that you see is called the vertex of the angle. So this common point is called the vertex of the angle. So in this figure, what is the vertex here? The vertex is O. Now how is the angle represented? If you want to show an angle, it is represented by the symbol like this. Okay, this is the symbol. This is the less than sign like what you see here. This is the symbol which is used to represent an angle. And the angle is denoted by capital letters. Okay, it is denoted by capital letters. So in this given figure, we have this angle which is written as angle AOB. The above figure, the angle is given by angle AOB. Now let us see another example. Now this is an angle because it has two arms or two sides here, and this is a vertex. This is called the vertex. What is the vertex here? Y. So how is this angle denoted by? This angle is denoted by angle ZYX. It's denoted by angle ZYX. You can either call this angle as angle ZYX or angle XYZ. It is the same thing. You can either say this or this. Let us see another example. If you see this figure carefully, how many angles do you see here? You can see, you can take this as one arm and this as one arm and this as a common vertex, then this is the angle formed. Now if you take this as one arm and this as one arm, then this is the angle formed, correct? But if you take this is your arm and this is your arm, which is the angle formed? This entire angle. So the three angles that we get here is angle Q, this is angle Q, angle QPS, this is angle. And how is this angle denoted by? It is formed between these two arms, so it is SPR, okay, angle SPR. And how is this big angle denoted by? This big angle is denoted by angle QPR. This is angle QPR. So this is how we denote a given angle.